Alright, we just finished a quick run right now at the Santa Monica boardwalk, and I just wanted to change up the scenario or the scenery, because I'm usually just like in my room. I'm usually just in the gym, in the kitchen, at the beach, like at the local spots near my house, and that's pretty much it. Like I just record content, and I essentially just record content, and I just like essentially. What's up, man?
Have I surfed with you?
No.
Okay, you let me know.
Bro. No, that was just a random guy. He thought he surfed with me. He thought he knew me. I was gonna keep that in the video. I was like, why is he staring at me, bro? So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm usually just recording content, getting in shape. You know, as you see on my Instagram, I'm pretty well in shape for my age. My abs are probably not gonna be looking good right now because of just the belly rolls. Like, look, it just doesn't look right now. But trust me, when I am, you know, in like at the gym, I do work out, I do eat well. It's just that sometimes I like to go out sometimes and eat some food that I enjoy. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm out of shape. It just means that I get to implement fitness into my life, right? And trust me, everything you see on social media, most of it is just like the best highlights, right? It's the best highlights. I post some of the best highlights, but I also post stuff like this. Like I just post my normal routine. I'm just a normal 21-year-old, getting in the best shape I can, and posting content about it. Because a lot of people think that, oh, fitness is like a all in or all out thing, and that they can't like enjoy life. But I think otherwise. You implement it into your life and you enjoy it. Like right now, if I want to get steps in, that's a big part of my routine is I get my steps in. So I just go to the beach, just walk all the way, or I just run all the way. I just implement it, right? If I want to go eat food, I'm gonna go eat some food right now. I think probably grab a coffee. I'm gonna go get some food, and I'm gonna implement that into my routine and use it for my workout. So it's not like I'm gonna be just eating a cheat meal and just doing nothing. I'm gonna be eating it, and I'm also gonna be utilizing it. You utilize your life for fitness. I think that's how it goes. So we're gonna be done. We're doing. We're can't stop stuttering, bro. We're done. We're finished. We're gonna be changed real quick so we can go out to eat. Just me, myself, and I today because I just want to have some alone time, and then we're gonna go hit the gym after. So I have a shirt right here I need to change into. I have some pants as well, but yeah, I just want to make this as raw as possible and just show my daily process and not make this as like, oh, it's another fitness influencer. Like, bro, I'm just a normal kid. Kid in regards of my age because I'm 21. I guess you could say kid is like up to 21, and young adult, enjoying my life as much as I can, even though I'm going through some stuff right now. Uncertainty, I'm going through a lot of doubt, but I'm going to utilize it for my journey. So yeah, I'll see you at the restaurant. Okay, so this is what they got. I really don't know what to get. Like, they have a whole bunch of breakfast here. They have brunch, lunch, and dinner. But I'm just trying to look at the breakfast. I'm not sure what to get. I'm gonna look at the photos on Yelp and see what to get because I'm really not sure. They have so many options. I'm gonna get the natural beef hash just because it has a lot of everything on it. It has potatoes, onions, parsley, eggs, and rib. So we're gonna try that right now. What's up, man? It's gonna be for here. Yeah. I'll have the natural beef hash.
The natural beef hash.
Yeah.
That poached medium or poached sauce?
Let's do medium. Yeah.
Anything else?
And I'll do the earth dulce. I'll do cappuccino, yeah. Okay, so we just ordered, and I'm new to this place, so it looks really nice at first, and then you go inside, and it just looks really tiny. So I feel like there's no spots inside, but then I go outside again, there's like spots again. So we're just in the outside, like this, look at this greenery area. And so now we're just waiting for the food, and I honestly don't know what to expect. Like, I don't know what the plate looks like. I couldn't look online because it didn't have like Yelp. There was only like a Foursquare, so it didn't have Yelp, it didn't have pictures, and so I'm just gonna just see what I get. Like, I know I'm getting the earth dulce, So that one I know for sure what it looks like because it just looks good. And then I'm gonna just have the plate, which I don't know what it looks like. So it sounds good though. It has potato, has probably I think a rib. It says eggs, so I should be fine. Bro, I saw the waitress behind me. I thought it was mine, but it's not. But don't you ever do that though, where like you see the waitress and then you like start making room for the food, but it's not even your food. It's like it's just so awkward. I was like, oh shoot, let me make room, and then they just go to a whole different table. Good morning.
Cappuccino?
Yeah, cappuccino. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. The cappuccino now. Yeah, thank you. We have the food now. Let me just show you guys what we have here. Okay, so we have this whole plate right here. So we have a Earth Dulce cappuccino. This is Earth Cafe, by the way. And then we have the rib. Then we have the poached eggs. And then we have, I believe this is sourdough. Yeah, I believe this is sourdough bread with whatever that is. I think that's tomato. I think it's a tomato, green tomato, with some butter right here. And so this is the breakfast for today. This looks really good. I don't do this usually often, but yeah, I don't do this usually often. I just come here like once in a while because I just want to like have a nice breakfast at a cafe, just like here and there. But usually when you see my Instagram stories, I'm posting all the time the healthy meals, like the eggs, the ground beef, the chicken, the rice, all those things. It's just sometimes I just like to go out and eat some outside food, even if it's not like with a friend or anything. I just go out and just enjoy it because I already know that life is limited. So people think that you have to just completely sacrifice your whole life for this, but you really don't. Like, look, well, first oh, my hair, hold on. That's not even for the camera. Like, I always do that every single time. That is good. That is good. The rib here. Then we have the poached eggs. And I tried it with the potato, bro. It's so good. All right, we are currently leaving the cafe. It was really good, honestly. Plate was a little small, but I mean, I'm just a big eater, I guess you could say. I used to be fat like a year ago, and so like it's just in me, where I just eat a lot of food. I love food. It's just something I can't really, thank you. I can't really miss. Like I love trying new places, but a year ago it was like so out of whack because I was actually the most locked in a year ago, but I was the most out of shape. And so it's weird, right? It's like the same thing with a girl. The more you chase a girl, the more she's gonna go farther away from you. So the physique that you chase, if you're trying to chase it like so much and you're like, fuck, I need to get the physique, I need to track my macros, I need to be perfect, you're not gonna get the physique. And that was my biggest lesson. And so the less I try, the less I just be the version that who already has the physique and just maintains it, that's who I need to be. Why is this light not going, bro? But yeah, so I just stopped trying to be perfect. And that's the best thing you can do, is just not try to be perfect. Because the moment you try to track every single macro, the moment you try to be perfect and be like, fuck, I cannot run, I have to walk because running kills gains. By the way, running does not kill gains. The running does not kill gains. It only depletes your carbs. That's all it is. It does not kill gains. The reason you feel probably small is because after you run, you simply just deplete all the carbs. And the carbs is what makes your muscles full, right? And so when you run, you're depleting the carbs and your muscles look less full and your strength weakens because you don't have that energy. So running is simply just a energy depletion. So don't think that like, oh, if I can't, like running is not gonna kill it, bro. It doesn't kill it. And walking is just, I only say do walking because it's just much more sustainable, right? Because you could just walk anywhere. Walking's free. You can just go around the block or something. Running, you kind of need to, you know, have like a path or like something like a nice neighborhood around, you know, so you don't get robbed or anything. But carbs is simply just an energy source. And if you deplete it, you feel weaker
and you look a little smaller because your muscles are not full of carbs because you depleted it. So just simply what I do, I just ran right now, as you saw, and I just refilled myself with some carbs and some protein as well. And now I'm gonna go work out. Like simply, that's just how you do it. You just use the food and utilize it as energy. So I'm gonna use this food, gonna wait like about 30 minutes to an hour, and I'm gonna go work out right now. So I think that's pretty much all the myths that I've heard the most. Hold on, I need to cross the street. The myth of like, sure, I need to be perfect with my macros. Bro, honestly, the more you try to be perfect, like I said before, the more you try to be perfect with your macros, you're gonna be stressed if you're not perfect, and that stress is gonna cause you to just eat more to cope with that stress. And then now you're gonna be more stressed because you're eating more, and so you're just gonna eat more and more and more. And so it's just like this big fat snowball. So why grow gray hairs over something you're not gonna be perfect over, like with your macros or your training, and just simply just do like a 80-20. Have good inputs more than negative inputs. So for example, if I'm gonna be, eating, if I want to go out with my friends and I want to eat, just have that meal be reasonable. Obviously don't go all out. Reasonable, and then your next meal has to be healthy, because it's not one cheat meal that ruins your physique, it's the pattern of cheat meals. And so if you break that pattern immediately, you simply just tell your brain, okay, I cannot just be eating this over and over and over, because if you do something twice, there's a high likely chance it's gonna happen the third time. And so to avoid that, you just simply probably go out with your friends, go out and eat at a cafe, go like just like how I did right now. I ate at a cafe, I enjoyed it, it was nice. And now simply I'm just gonna go work out, and my next meal is gonna be healthy. Has to be healthy, because I break that pattern and I interrupt the pattern from creating a snowball, right? And so simply put, don't try to be perfect, bro.
All right, so one body part I really want to improve is my rear delt, simply because on push day, I'm always using my front delt, right? My front delts I'm always using on push days. My side delts, I pretty much prioritize them as much as my chest, so I do a lot of lateral raises. But my rear delt, that is something I need to work on. So it just gives that, instead of just like being muscular here and then flat here, I need to really work on just having that rear delt as round as my, I don't know why I'm crushing my fingers, as round as my, and strong as my other parts of my shoulder. So on pull day, push day, I'm doing the front and side. Pull day, I do the rear. And on my upper day, I also prioritize the rear and my traps, because the traps I also want to work on. I've heard that swimming, from doing all this, it really works the traps. My friend told me that because his traps are fucking huge, but he also did swimming for like 2 to 3 years in water polo. And so all that movement just like this, just like imagine all that movement just like this. Imagine all that movement, like your traps are definitely gonna get worked out. All right, guys, I'm feeling so good right now. We just finished with a nice back day, and now we're gonna go back home and we're gonna eat a healthy meal, because we had our carbs earlier. We had our carbs, we had protein, and now it's time to have a healthy meal so that we can break that pattern of like, oh, I can just eat whatever I want. But no, you can't just eat whatever you want. You have to make sacrifices. So every time after a meal that I eat outside, where I don't really know the macros, I'll always have a what do you call it? I'll always have a healthy meal that I can track. So I'm gonna go home, gonna show you guys what I'm gonna cook right now. because my meals are like so good, bro. Like I've improved in the past year. Like I didn't even know how to cook rice last year. I didn't even know how to cook rice. So it just takes practice, repetition. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna cook up right now. I'm not 100% sure what I have in the fridge. I know I have like a beef or turkey. So one of those two, and then I'm pair it up with like maybe potatoes and avocado. And then yeah, we're gonna just enjoy a meal. So I'll see you there. All right, so now we are back home, and I just cooked up a post-workout meal for today. And there's a lot of flies, so I'm trying to make this quick. We have some ground beef, we have potato, and we also have veggies and avocado. So that's the format, or like the base that I use is a protein, a carb, and a fat. Sometimes a fat, or I would have like vegetables for the micronutrients. And I would essentially have this every single time I have a cheat meal or a non-whole food meal. Well, it was still technically whole foods. I just couldn't track it. So people try to obsess. Like I used to obsess over tracking everything. Like if I wasn't tracking it, then that means I'm messing up. My progress is messed up because I'm I can't see my progress, whether I can, if I went over my macros or not. So my biggest thing is just that don't track it. If you ever go out, be reasonable, have some common sense of like how much you're eating. Obviously don't have like 5 slices of pizza and be like, oh, I didn't track it, why am I not losing fat? So that's not reasonable. I would say just don't track, but make sure your next meal is like healthy, because if as long as you're there's so many flies, as long as your healthy meals outweigh your cheat meals, then that's totally fine. And as long as your healthy meals, you're not like, for example, over like putting too much sauce or anything, or like over seasoning it, and to the point where it's like not healthy anymore. Oh my god, these flies. Then obviously be careful with that. But if as long as you're having like 2 to 3 healthy meals and then maybe a cheat meal, a reasonable cheat meal, you'll be perfectly fine. Perfection is not what we're aiming for. We're just aiming for consistency. And so that's why I would tell my my past self like a year ago, when I was really just, I did not look good. I did not look good. I was still posting content as well, but I started to post my journey of weight loss, and it eventually turned quite well. Um, so it was quite a journey. It was quite a journey. It took like 6 months to a year, and it's just something I really struggled with. Just trying to be perfect, or like, oh, I can't enjoy this, like a meal or go out with my friends or anything. Discipline is about not letting yourself go too far, right? And so again, discipline is, you can have a cheat meal, but discipline is getting right back on track. It's not like, oh, if you mess up, you're not making progress. It's almost like what I think it was the first book of Corinthians. Paul said, I am not shadowboxing. I'm always working towards something. He's working with a purpose. So Paul, he wrote that to mimic the idea of, my goodness, these flies, that everything has a purpose. Everything, yeah, every sweat and tear that you have has a purpose for it. Everything you're going through has a purpose. Everything you put in, your inputs have a purpose. As long as you're training and not just working out mindlessly, that's the whole point. And so the whole point of training is to enjoy more of life with, how your fitness is, right? So what's the point of training just to look good for no reason? Like, you obviously you want to train so that you can enjoy life better, not train just to make yourself suffer or because you have to. Like my whole point of training is to make sure I can balance myself out with enjoying meals that I want to try. Like, enjoy a cafe. I like to go to cafes and like I like to try new foods, but I can't do that and be in shape until I actually put in my inputs of training to be able to enjoy that. And so that's what really inspired me, is what Paul said. Like, I'm not shadowboxing. I'm not just training, working out with no purpose. I'm always doing something with a goal in mind. You can go eat out with your friends, as long as you're just like working out, you're doing your cardio, you're doing your steps. That's really all that matters. All right, so we're getting the final 3,000 steps that we have left. I have 9,000 so far. I did some editing right now with some content, but my step count is pretty low. So what we're gonna do is just get our dog and just walk her. So what I do is just get my final steps in, because I just like to keep it simple, bro. If I can't do like intense cardio, you don't have to do intense cardio all the time. You don't have to like have a perfect plan to follow. Like, you don't need something perfect. You just need to implement something and actually take action on it without quitting on it. And that's what a lot of people struggle with, is that they think it's the plan, but it's usually just like implementation, right? Because I'd rather have you do, 80% efficiency on a plan, like 7 days a week, rather than, 3 days out the week you're going in 100%, but then the other 4 days you're like at 50. So I'd rather you just be consistent with, being almost great, like just being consistent on, honestly, just being consistent on with everything. And I used to think like, oh, I have to lock in immediately 100% for a long time before I get to enjoy, like, it's like I was waiting for like my physique to show up before I get to enjoy and go out and have a meal. Because I was like winter arc mode for like all year long. And it was like, oh, I can't eat anything good or enjoyable until I get the physique. Like, if you want to do that, that's fine. If fitness is all that is to you, that's totally fine. But for me, I just wanted to implement into my life, not take over it. And so, I used to think you have to earn it. Like, you have to achieve the physique first. You have to make the money first before you get to enjoy life. But in reality, you're just telling your subconscious mind that you're not that person yet. So for example, if you're undisciplined and you want to become disciplined, you don't just tell yourself, I want to become disciplined, please. And you're telling yourself, sure, that's going to help with like some sort of manifestation, but you're kind of telling yourself, your subconscious mind, that you're not disciplined already. So what I like to do is I like to talk in the present tense of like, thank you, God, for giving me this discipline to steward my body. Thank you for the gifts I have, for being able to go work out, for the limbs to improve myself, because it's a blessing. It's not like I'm praying. It's not like I'm asking as if I don't have it already. I don't ask God, please make me disciplined. Please make me disciplined, because you're telling your subconscious mind that you're not disciplined. And so just have gratitude. Act like you already have it. Have gratitude that you already have it. Like, oh, thank you, God, for this discipline, for these healthy meals. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna start eating healthy now. Please make me start eating healthy. You act as if it's already happened. You act as if it's already a part of your life, and you will have the identity of someone who's disciplined. Because what would a disciplined person say? What would a consistent person say? Thank you for this day. Thank you for this consistency, this persistency, this discipline that I'm able to cherish. I get to express this consistency with my body by going to the gym and being consistent with my meals, being consistent with my cardio, being consistent with my business, if that's your goal, being consistent with my job. Like, thank you for the discipline to be able to have this, right? Act as if you already have it, because that way, if you already say you have it, you're gonna have the identity of someone who has it, right? Because a person who's disciplined wouldn't have the thought of, please give me discipline, please give me discipline. You just become him already. Like, literally, if I keep saying I want this business to succeed, I'm telling myself that it's not already successful. I'm telling myself it's already not successful. So I need to tell myself, thank you for this successful business. Thank you for my clients. Thank you for, the money coming in, right? I have to, that's something I'm working on. And so, same thing with the physique. And so that's just something I'm learning along the way. It's just that I thought I had to like earn the money first and then I get to enjoy life. That if I'm not living as if I'm already earning the money, then that manifestation won't happen, because my subconscious mind is already telling myself, I'm not making that money. I'm not making that money. I'm not making that money. So it's all just a mind game, dude. It's all just a mind game. The mind is more powerful than you think, and
I'm really just starting to understand that whatever you believe you can achieve, and as long as you're just consistent and you have gratitude, and I believe God will give you the equivalent amount of stress to be able to handle that success. It comes with a price, man. It comes with a price, and it's not easy. Like, I'm in the process of this. You doubt, you fear, like, what if it doesn't work out? What if this doesn't work? What if I don't succeed? But only the thoughts of a failure, those thoughts will be the thoughts of a failure rather than the thoughts of a successful person. Because the thoughts of a successful person is like, thank you for this money coming in. Thank you for my clients. Thank you for this physique. He's already having those thoughts of like as if he already has it. Well, I'm gonna end it off here. Just gonna make sure that I get home safe with this little pupster and get out the way of this bike. I know it's still choppy, especially when I talk. I wanna get better at talking, getting the point across, so that way I can just make these videos shorter and just like simple and brief. But sometimes I go on a riff and just be like, just talking whatever's on my mind. So that's just my thing I need to work on. Just being authentic, but also like simple and straight to the point. Because I noticed that sometimes I go all over the place. So hopefully you got some value off this video. And I appreciate you for looking back at my journey, seeing where I'm coming from, and my thought process to be, come on, this way. And my thought process to being able to grow this channel, to grow my Instagram as well, you know. So I appreciate you. I hope you stay tuned for the next video, as I'll be posting it very, very soon.